All right. We're looking at Colossians, the third chapter, and we'll look at verse 5. It says, Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscences, and covetousness, which is idolatry. Let's look at these words. We went over fornication and dealing with it goes into whoremongering and also dealing with spiritual fornication, dealing with idolatry, as it's saying here in the previous lesson. Uncleanness, when you're dealing with the Most High, the Mashak Shai spirit in you, and people are eating abominations. He tell you in the Leviticus 11th chapter the dietary laws, what's clean and what's unclean. And the word unclean means foul or dirty, morally defiled, unchaste, ceremonially impure. You see? So you're foul or dirty in the way you conduct yourself and carry yourself. Some people not clean. Some people their hygiene is not up to par. Their moral character is at fault. Inordinate affection. Inordinate. What's inordinate? Inordinate affection. We're looking at lust. So it fits right into the topic that we're dealing with. Inordinate means exceeding reasonable limits, immoderate, not regulated, disorderly, out of control. I like to use that word. Out of control. Not in order. Disorderly means they're not in order. You out of control. Inordinate affection, out of control affections. Got lust demons. That's one that you know for a fact is inordinate affection. Evil concupiscences. Look up that word concupiscences, meaning evil concupiscences. Let's see what concupiscence means. Rather than just tell you, you look it up in the dictionary. Concupiscence, sexual desire, lust, a desire strongly, but it's evil. Desire, evil sexual desire, like men with men and women with women. That's an evil concupiscence. Amongst other things, that's so bad that, like the Most High say, some things they doing behind the scene is so bad when you're supposed to talk about it. It's terrible, people. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. And covetousness. Covetousness. These are the things that we're looking at that we have to change. Or you're going to be thrown in a lake of fire where the worms never die and the fire's never quenched. But people don't believe that. So therefore, when you find out and you dare say, oh, it was real, it was real, what is his word was real, then what you going to do then? It's too late. It's too late to repent. Once he pull your spirit from you, it's too late. You can't even pray for someone that died. Because once they died, then comes the judgment. Covetous. To desire that which is rightfully another's. To wish for longingly, covetous. excessively desirous of another's possessions, jealous. See synonym at jealous, covetousness, desiring something that someone else have. You see, they have it. Some people don't work hard to have what they have. In any way, shape, or form, however you gonna look at it, it don't matter. They put work in. Now they have what they have, and you desire something that someone else have. That's still dealing with lust, which is idolatry. So when you lusted like this, you're dealing with idolatry. And that's contrary to believing in the Most High. Remember, Psalm 96:5, for all the gods of the nations are idols. For which things sake, verse 6, the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience. Because the Most High wants us to be obedient. To what? His rules and regulations, his laws, statutes, commandments. So this wrath of the Most High going to come on the children of disobedience. He is fire from his waist up and waist down. If you can deal with him having a body. Because he's a spirit. He's everything. The earth cannot hold him. The heavens can't contain the Most High. Understand this. So in telephony, when he shows us of himself as being a man, since he made us in his image, says fire from the waist up and fire from the waist down. He's fire. He's consuming fire. That's why he said, I'm going to melt you. You think he don't know? That's the first spirit that he named. And the angels, the spirits of vengeance, is fire. You think he don't know how to burn you up? But understand, if he's fire, he said, I will melt you. People don't believe it. That's why you're not scared of him. You're going to find in time, every knee going to bow. Listen, in the which, verse 7, in which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them. When you live in these different idolatrous ways that he's speaking of, in verse 5, you live this way. Some of us live one of these ways here fit mostly everyone, one way or another. Still could fit some of you right now. While I'm telling you, you got to change. You got to come out of this ways. It says, for which things sake, the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience. Because you're doing these things, you disobedient to the Most High. And this wrath of the Most High going to come upon you. For which things sake, the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience. Verse 7, in the which ye also walked some time when ye lived in them, coming out of the world. But now ye also put off all these, anger, wrath, malice. That's anger without a cause. You angry, but you really don't have a cause to be angry. Blasphemy, going against the word of the Most High. Filthy communication out of your mouth. Cursing and dealing with the things that's just filthy McNasty. You're not doing what Joshua 1:8 says. Because if it was, you'd be talking about this Bible. You're talking about the Most High. You'd be talking about something that pertained to the word of the Most High. In him. His name is jealous. Who's talking about him? Nobody, hardly. Everybody talking about themselves, how this world fits into their world. That's it. That's all they're concerned. What you going to do for me? You're doing it for me to forget you. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Listen. But now, ye also put off all these. Put these off. Anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another. See, you ain't supposed to be lying. That's a real important statement here. Lie not one to another. You ain't supposed to be lying, man. Just tell the truth. Seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. So you still an old man if you still lying. You still a liar. You still that old man. Seeing you have put off the old man with his deeds. Lie not one to another. Because let me show you. You go to the last book of the Bible. As far as liars are concerned, Revelation 22 and 15. That's why you got to make sure that you speaking the truth. Open your mouth and you know what you're talking about. That's what he tell you. Revelation 22 and 15. For without are dogs. Dogs is another name that's used concerning the Gentiles because of homosexual and profaneness, it says. In the New Unger's Bible Dictionary. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers. This is without the kingdom. You ain't going to the kingdom. And murderers, you hate your brother without a cause. You hate your brother, you're a murderer. You killing brothers, sisters unjustly, you're a murderer. And idolaters, what we talking about, all this lust, is makes you idolater. And whosoever loveth and maketh a lie, you ain't going to the kingdom. You loveth and maketh a lie. Straight up. That's what he's saying. That's why we talk about we in the truth. So the truth means you're going to tell the truth. You're not going to tell a lie. Look at Ecclesiasticus 20 and 24. A lie is a foul blot in a man. You hear that? A lie is a foul blot in a man. Yet it is continually in the mouth of the untaught. It's continually in the mouth of the untaught. They don't want to sit down and learn. That's why it says it's continually in the mouth of the untaught. A thief is better than a man that is accustomed to lie. You know? Say a thief is better than a liar. Now remember, without the kingdom, go be liars. Everyone that love and make of a lie, you ain't going to the kingdom. This is it for you. A thief is better than a man that is accustomed to lie, but they both shall have destruction to heritage. Man. The disposition of a liar is dishonorable, and his shame is ever with him. Especially when you're caught lying. That's real talk right there. So you see, as we can see, they're not going to the kingdom. All these specific, it's clear here. Colossians 3 and 9, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge, after the image of him that created him. See, you renewed in knowledge when you go to Proverbs 1 and 7. Listen to what it tells you. I can't stress it enough so you really understand. This is very important. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. So to be afraid, to be scared of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. Fools despise wisdom and instructions, to be told what to do. Can't tell them nothing because they know everything. But they don't know this. Having the Bible say, talk to me about this particular subject, that particular subject. They can't. We have to be taught, all of us. Or you'll be subject to following the same thing over and over again. It's not going to lead you anywhere. But the same old, running your mouth, and you can't really bring forth, thus say the Most High. But these subject matters that we have here, there's something wrong. Listen. Romans 8 and 13. For if we live after the flesh, you lusting after the flesh, ye shall die. That's clear. If ye live after the flesh, we went over the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. See? For as many as are led by the Spirit of the Most High, you led by a Mashiach Yahushua, the Spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of the Most High. See? You led by the Spirit of the Most High, you are the sons of the Most High. Believe this. So we got to live after the Spirit of the Most High, and not after the flesh. That's going to lead you to death. And that death is talking about hellfire, where the worms never die and the fires never quenched. Better recognize Galatians 6 and 7. Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Whatever you do in these mortal bodies, that's what you're going to reap. You're going to get the result of what you're doing in these mortal bodies. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. When your flesh goes to that dirt, or the Most High get you before you die. He can get us before we die. Suffering. That's what I say. For he that soweth to his flesh, this lustful desires of abomination that becomes idolatry, that becomes sin. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. That's what it's about, people. It should be with you. If you reap of the Spirit, you have opportunity for your name to be written in the book of life to live forever and ever and ever. And let us not be weary in well-doing. Don't be weary in following the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. That's the only way you're well-doing. Keeping his law, statutes, commandments, and having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, going to the Most High on our behalf. When in due season, we shall reap. Shall reap. If we faint not. If you don't faint, you don't fall out of this. You keep strong. Be strong. Mortify your loins, like gird up your loins like a man. And be strong in this, regardless of whatever going on. Still deal in this truth. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith, them that are bringing forth this word and believing in the Most High, considering all the things that are written in this Bible, that the results will be either everlasting life or death and thrown in the lake of fire. You got a choice to choose life or death, people. That's it. That's all the choice we have. That's the only choice we have. There's nothing else that you can look at. I showed you how you can't be lukewarm. So you can't look at, I'm in this and I'm not in this. You got to be in it to win it. Look at Romans 8:26. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities. Hear that? The Spirit helps our infirmities, the things we going through. Catching hell this way and that way. Being sick. Can't really function some days. Our people are dealing with infirmities. A lot of infirmities. Sad, don't have the monies for this and that or whatever, just barely making it. Infirmities. But the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought. You hear that? We don't know what we're supposed to pray for as we ought, he's saying. But the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. Groanings that cannot be uttered. You know why? The Spirit, which is angel, who is the Mashiach Yahushua at this time, who's the intercession between us and the Most High. Look at 2 Ezra 8:21. It says, this is the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whose throne, that's his power and authority, is inestimable, cannot be measured, whose glory may not be comprehended. His glory may not be comprehended. You can't understand it. Before whom the host, the armies of angels stand with trembling. Hear that? That's why he said the devil's trembling before the Most High. The angels are trembling before him. That's why it says, got to go before the Most High. Don't matter who it is. Listen. In Romans 8:26. But the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. Now we know this Spirit, who is it that's the intercession between us and the Most High? When he said, you ask anything in my name, I would do it, that the Most High can be glorified in the Son. If you ask anything in my name, I would do it. If you love me, keep my commandments. Who said that? Mashiach Yahushua. So let us know that the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. It's so sad. You hear that? Groanings is sad, sadness, humility. You heard what he said, the host, the army of angels stand before the Most High trembling. So the devils tremble before the Most High. The righteous angels tremble before the Most High. Hamashiach shall go before him with groanings which cannot be uttered. You can't get that sad, he's saying. For wretched us. And he that searches the hearts, the Most High knows our minds, knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit. He know what the mind of the Spirit is before it come, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of the Most High. The saints are the 12 tribes of Israel. This is beautiful. We just have to follow the order that's already set up. Look at Titus. Go to the book of Titus. The second chapter. Verse 11. It says, for the grace which is getting subject you don't deserve of the Most High, that bringeth salvation, parchment authority, have appeared to all men. Now it's talking to the children of Israel. All men of the children of Israel. Teaching us that denying unrighteousness, ungodliness is unrighteousness, which is those that are breaking the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. We went into Deuteronomy 6 and 25, so the righteousness is keeping of his commandments. Teaching us that denying unrighteousness and worldly lusts, hear that? Worldly desires. Everybody wants to be dealing with what the world has to offer them and not taking the time to really meditate on these laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, and meditate on the Most High first and foremost. People don't know him. Y'all talking about God, but you really don't know who you're talking about. If you can't really show him in this Bible. Worldly lusts, man. Worldly desires. We should live soberly. We should live soberly. Focus on this word. And not no drunkards. Righteously. We know that's keeping the laws of the Most High. And godly. Keeping his laws in this present world. So don't say it can't be done, because the Most High said in 1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. Look at 1 Peter 2 and 11. First Peter, the second chapter, 11 verse. Dearly beloved, I beseech you, as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts. That's your body desiring this fleshly lust, man, which war against the soul, war against the spirit. Remember, the spirit is war against the flesh. That's why he said, beloved. Who was he talking to? Is he talking to everyone? He said, beloved. Do that mean anyone that call on the name of Jesus? Or whatever name you use for him, or Mashiach Yahushua? No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that. Baruch in Apocrypha 3:36. Who's the beloved? He have found out all the way of knowledge, and have given it unto Jacob, his servant, and to Israel, his beloved. So we, the Israelites, are the Most High's beloved. So when it says beloved here, who's it talking about? The Israelites. 1 Peter 2:11. Dearly beloved, dearly Israelites, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lust, which war against the soul, war against the spirit. Having your conversation honest among the Gentiles. Honest, telling the truth. That's honesty, telling the truth. And not lying, because you ain't going to the kingdom if you liar, if you're a liar. Honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you as evildoers, yeah, they're going to speak of us as evildoers. They may by your good works and your character and how you keep the laws of the Most High, having the faith of the Most High, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, which they shall behold, they have to see that in you, for them to behold it. Glorify the Most High in the day of visitation. Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Most High's sake, whether it be to the king or supreme, or unto governors, as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers, and for the praise of them that do well. Praise of those that do well in keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, and the evildoers who draw the evil to them, that the Most High use, especially now, Esau, as his sword to punish you. Being online, go to Psalm 17 chapter. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, King David said, Come, Abanawa. Arise, O Most High, our Father. Disappoint him. Cast him down, he's saying. Deliver my soul from the wicked. We know Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The whole earth is given to the hand of the wicked. What did the wicked do? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? That's what it says. So here we go. It says, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. The wicked man covered the faces of the judges thereof. And Mashiach Yahushua is the judge that the Most High have chosen to judge everyone. And he told the 12 apostles they're going to sit on 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So he's saying in Psalm 17 and 13, arise, O Most High, Krum, Abanawa, Yahweh. Disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. You hear that? The wicked is the Most High's sword. It tells you in Proverbs 16 and 4. They in order. They doing what they supposed to do. Proverbs 16 and 4. The Most High have made all things for himself. Yeah. Even the wicked for the day of evil. So they doing what they supposed to do. They made for the day of evil. You think they ain't bringing it forth? Oh yeah. But see, if you don't know this, then you looking at, you can't make that what your Most High made crooked straight. He got to do that. And he said it can't be done. It's not going to be done because he made them for the purpose of to be a sword. And you want to be evil? Okay, well, they detected very well because they made for the day of evil. They were made for this. So this is what they do. And being in order. You gotta restrain from sinful lusts, desires, which war against your body. War against your body. Look at 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter. And look at 1 Corinthians 9 and 22. Paul said, to the weak became I as weak. He was one of those that's weak. fit right in with them. Be able to roll right with them. To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I have made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. So this is very key here, because he's saying that I might save some, right? So, because brothers thinking that all the Israelites gonna be saved. No, he said that he might save some. Why you gotta say that if he gonna tell you in Romans 11:26? And so all Israel shall be saved. You think that all mean every last Israelite? No, that all is a certain number. And you know that certain number is the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. Well, we got to come out of this lustful desires and so forth. Things that will create that hell fire upon you, where the worms never die and the fires never quench, and you dealing with idolatry. Point blank, without a question or answer, because it's too late. Once you're there, it's too late. Ain't nothing you can ask, ain't nothing you can say, point blank, you just got to deal with it. That's the judgment. Listen, so why did he say, he said it once, he said it there, he said it here in Romans 11:14. If by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, well, he told in verse 1, Romans 11:1, I say then that the Most High cast away his people, Most High forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin. He was a Banyanyim, he was Benjamite. Paul, an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin, an Israelite. So he's saying in verse 14, if by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, who are Israelites, and might save some of them. Why are you going to say save some of them when you're going to say over here in 26, a contradiction? And so all Israel shall be saved. So look up that word all, it means a certain number. It don't mean every last one of the Israelites going to be saved, because you know blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is unforgivable in this life and the life to come. It's unforgivable. So I don't know how you figure, and you got to stop saying that, because he said it there, he said it again. That's why I'm here, because he said it in 1 Corinthians 9:22. To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I have made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. Some. Why you got to be concerned about that if all this is going to be saved? That's what someone said. Well, I got to do what y'all doing. Why should I come into the truth? I'm going to be saved anyway. And y'all say they're going to come back through the ones that's going to be saved, the righteous? I don't think so. Because no corrupt fruit going to come into a good tree. They're going to come into a corrupt tree. And ain't gonna, no wicked is going to be in the kingdom. Ain't gonna be no more tears. Ain't gonna do nothing to make you cry. Nothing to make you sad. It's gonna be all joy and happiness and plenteousness. That's how good just saying it. That's beautiful. So, going back to 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter. Look at verse 20. And unto the Jews I became as a Jew, that I might gain the Jews. He was around Judah and all of, he's from Benjamin. So when he was around the Jews, he became a Jew, that he might gain the Jews. To them that are under the law, as under the law. Those that are under the law, as under the law. Right with them, fitting in. That I might gain them that are under the law. He might gain them that are under the law. To them that are without law, as without law. being not without law to the Most High, but under the law to Mashiach, that I might gain them that are without law. Not meaning sinning and so forth, but just dealing with them in a way that, just like a Mashiach Yahushua, you look at him. Can't get no clearer than this. Matthew 11:19. Matthew 11:19. Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous, like men like to eat a lot, and a wine bibber. He drank wine. So all you Christians out there say it's wrong to drink, he drank wine. And he say he told us in Matthew 26 chapter. In verse 29, he said, this is Mashiach Yahushua, he said, but I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine, this wine, until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom. Hear that? So, going back to Matthew 11:19, it says, the Son of Man, who was a Mashiach Yahushua, the anointed Savior, came eating and drinking. And they say, behold, a man gluttonous, a man like to eat a lot, and a wine bibber, sipping on some wine. A friend of publicans and sinners. You know that? Not associate, a friend of publicans and sinners. But wisdom is justified of her children. See? He was a friend of publicans and sinners. Why? Because he didn't come for the righteous, he came for the sinners. Those that are breaking the laws of the Most High, to show them that he was an example, to show you that it can be done, to change them, like we're doing here, and going over this word of lust in the flesh, to change you, that you might be saved from your enemies and from the hand of all that hate you, from the Most High's sword, especially in these last days. This is real, people. So Paul became everything. When he was around them, he became just like them. That's all he's saying. Mashiach Yahushua just said he was friends of publicans and sinners. Friends, not associates, not just knowing them. He was friends of publicans and sinners. Some of you think you're so holy that now you don't even want to be around certain people. How you gonna win them to a Mashiach Yahushua? If you're not around them, you look down upon them. Therefore, you're exalting yourself, and you're gonna be brought down. Look at St. John. Go to St. John, because the wicked, they're under power. They can't help it but lust. Go to St. John 8. And let's start at verse 33. They answered him, we are Abraham's seed, and were never in bondage to any man. How sayest thou, ye shall be made free? Because he told us in verse 32, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Not set you free, but make you free, right? This is what he told them. So they saying, hey, this are technical people are not understanding what he's saying. They answered him, we be of Abraham's seed, and were never in bondage to any man. How sayest thou, ye shall be made free? Mashiach answered them, verily, verily, truly, truly, I say to you, whosoever committeth sin is the servant of sin. If you break the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, you are the servant of sin. You serving sin. That's what he's saying. You the servant of sin. And the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the Son abideth ever. So you're not abiding in this body forever, but the Son abideth forever. If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. If he's gonna make you free, you're gonna be free indeed. I know that ye are Abraham's seed, but ye seek to kill me, he's saying, because my word has no place in you. Like this word might have no place in some people. They're going to give thumbs down, but like it if you really feel this and see this. It says, I speak that which I have seen with my father. He said, I'm speaking that which I have seen with my father. When did he see this with his father? He said, I'm speaking this what I seen with my father. When did he see it? Go to St. John 17:5. Hold that. Go to St. John 17:5. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, Most High, with the glory. Listen to what he's saying. With the glory which I had with thee before the world was. You hear that? That's why you can say in verse 38 of St. John, the 8th chapter, I speak that which I have seen with my father, and ye do that which ye have seen with your father. He know his father's the Most High. He just said the glory that he had with the Most High before the world was. So we tell him to St. John 8:38, I speak that which I have seen with my father, and ye do that which ye have seen with your father. That's two different fathers. But he let them know that the Most High power that I'm praying to, that I come from, is not that same father that you're praying to, that you're dealing with. They answered and said to them, Abraham is our father. Mashiach said unto them, if you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham. If you was Abraham's children, you do the works of Abraham, who was full of faith in the Most High. But now you seek to kill me, a man that have told you the truth. I didn't lie to you. I told you the truth. I told you I'm the way to show you how to follow the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, which is the truth. That's going to lead to everlasting life. In John 14:6. But now you seek to kill me. Verse 40. A man that have told you the truth, which I have heard of the Most High, his father. This did not Abraham. You do the deeds of your father. Now he's going to their father. It ain't the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for sure. Then said they to him, we be not born of fornication. We have one Father, even the Most High. See, that's why I say I went into spiritual fornication to show you that's what they're talking about. People want to look at fornication as just sleeping around. No. They say they don't be of fornication. We have one Father, even the Most High. That's what they're saying. Mashiach said unto them, if the Most High were your father, if the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was your father, you would love me. Say, you would love me. If the Most High is your father, you would love me. For I proceeded forth and came from the Most High, neither came I of myself, but he sent me. What he said in Matthew 15:24, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The Most High sent him for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And he telling you here, the Most High sent him. Say, why do ye not understand my speech? Why do you understand what I'm talking about? Even because ye cannot hear my word. He said they can't hear his word.